What's going on, my beautiful people from YouTube? Let's talk about parachains, more specifically, Nodle and Parachain. You're like, wait. I'm here for the free mining. Yeah, we're going to get to that. It's part of it. Nodle is all about free mining, and I want to make sure all of you get to take advantage of that. But this piece of news here, pretty big, and it's kind of a big deal, and I want to make sure I don't miss it. So I'm going to explain to you guys what a parachain auction actually is. That's going to be point number one. Secondly, even though I don't do this often, I'm going to do a little comparison because I saw something that's super cool and I saw an image and I was like, ooh, this reminds me of blank. So I'm going to cover that as well. So that's point number two. Point number three, the free mining that a lot of you guys came up here for, as well as let's call it a special miner when it comes to Nodal as well. Lots of cool stuff I got to share with you, so let's get right into it. First things first, if you smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, you know it goes a long way because it tells people that, hey, this video might be worthwhile and you should watch it as well. So if you haven't done so, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. It really does help the channel, and I really appreciate all of you. If you don't want to hit it now, that's okay too. Watch the video, see if it's worth it, then do it. But don't forget, also, if you haven't subscribed, come on, guys. Hit that sub button, as well as, the bell also works because a lot of you are subscribed, but you don't get the videos. So you got to hit the bell for notifications. This was the announcement from Nodal. Getting right into point number one. Support Nodal on a Parachain auction. Well, this is a crowd loan that they're opening up so you can actually fund this thing and be rewarded. That's what a Parachain is. I mean, it's super straightforward. If you take a look at, the Polkadot network/auctions, you're going to see how this thing works, and they call it bonding. They say that you got to do this with that with that. All right, so here's the bottom line, and I'll come back to me for this. Bonding is nothing more than saying, hey, these tokens are set aside for the the parachain auction, and you can't use it for anything else. Okay, it's basic. If you bid, you get. Like, you put the money, you say you're going to lock up these tokens for these other tokens, you're going to get it. My recommendation is that you use your own wallet. Don't do it from an exchange because you don't ever know what's going to happen to an exchange later on down the road. I would highly recommend you guys utilize the wallet right on your browser. I wouldn't even do it on mobile, to be honest with you, but that parachain auction is nothing more than that. You can't, lose the auction. Let's put it that way. A lot of people get, kind of bothered by the auction wording, but it's not an auction, right? Like, a lot of you are aware of how staking works. This is basically what it is. Instead, they call it bonding because the tokens aren't actually leaving your wallet. They stay in your wallet. You're just not allowed to transfer them. You're not allowed to stake with them. Can't do anything. They're stuck. So they're considered to be bonded. So keep that in mind. That's all it is. And I'll go into the details as far as what you get out of this. Now, why am I highlighting this? Why do I think this is important? This is why. So we're looking at Polkadot right now, which is about, $29.50, almost $30. And this is the 1 day view. If you go to the week view, it's down 22%. It was at $35, almost 36. Yeah, 36 and some change. It was even higher at some points there. So it's down this week. If you look at the month, it's down even further for the month. So it was at 50 some odd dollars. That's why, because I think it's a great opportunity for you guys to be able to earn some Nodal while the price of DOT is low. That's what I'm looking at. So this is Polkadot price. If you see there, I'm on Coinbase. Why am I Coinbase? Well, segue to our sponsor. Totally kidding. There is no sponsor. Coinbase doesn't even know I exist. Next thing, here's the parachains. And I want to make sure you guys get used to seeing this thing because this is a great way for you guys to find projects. Take a look at the parachains.info website because it's got a lot of cool stuff in here. And I'm going to explain just a couple of pieces because I think it's important for you to understand what they mean. A lot of people just go, oh yeah, it's a bunch of, little things on the screen, doesn't mean much. It means a lot. So I'll start with this portion right here, which is the W3F grant. This is basically, they get money from the W3F, right? It's a Web 3.0 foundation. To me, this means a lot because it means that, guess what? This group was deemed worthy by this foundation. So if they, are able to get this, Well, good job. That's great. That's, a feather in their cap. This is a good thing for you guys to keep in mind. Second piece, they do list investors and, the number of investors in a project. And you can see 19, 23. This also means a lot. This means that people with money deem the project worthy to be given their money. And people that have money don't just give money away for free. So that does mean something. Next piece, token price. So you see tokens here. It says token project, the project tokens and current price. Well, I'll swap that around. Some of these don't have a price at all, and others do. What gives? Like what? Why? Well, Nodle is a perfect example of this. And I'm going to go ahead and actually do a little sorting here. Let's go IoT. Now, if you look at Nodle, Nodle does not have a price, but it does have the W3F grant. It does have 22 investors, which is pretty cool. And it's got GitHub, so you can actually see everything. So it's open source. I guess I'll do a little comparison. I wasn't even planning on this comparison, but let's do the comparison since we're here, because you guys see the MXC portion here, and you can see that they're worth 4.5 cents. Nodle, nothing, because they're not on an exchange yet. So this, to me, just screams opportunity, right? Like that's the way I look at it. And one more thing that I don't think people realize here, and I really don't like the way that the Parachains website does this, is this icon, which means project has mainnet. It's a live blockchain. I think that this needs to be a lot bigger. It doesn't do it justice, because it's, in my opinion, it's a really big deal. It shows people that, hey, this is not like a dream. This is not something that people are working on. This actually exists. This is happening right now, and you can actually take a look at it, right? So this is, this is the Web3 Foundation. These guys, do exactly what I just told you guys. They take a look at, hey, what's going on? What's the next thing that's going to help us get to Web 3.0? And then here's the blockchain. Ooh, it's a Nodle blockchain. It's a real thing. Like, this shows to me they know what they're doing, and they're not all talk. They're actually really doing it. Now, I talked about MXC. They don't have a way for you to actually look at their blockchain, and they don't have a GitHub. Why? It's not open source. You can't look at all the transactions on a blockchain like you can with Nodle. So if I were to look at between these two, that aspect of things, Nodle wins out. Now, keep in mind, different technologies doing different things. Nodle does seem to have more usability worldwide, and I'll cover that in just a moment. But I think it's really important for you guys to understand that. Also, you see Nodle is listed as, IoT data and scaling, because they did, change things up so that their blockchain would be really, really, really scalable. And because it really wasn't before. Now, let me get right to this next slide. And here's the thing, guys. I'm not trying to talk down any project. That's not my goal here. My goal is to simply give you guys information about what's going on with projects that I've looked into and I really do like and care about and I'm a part of. Like, I'm not looking to bring you guys anything unless I've done it myself, unless I'm interested in learning more myself and actually doing this thing. So yeah, I got the Nodle app on multiple devices, and I'm going to show you where else I have it. But if you click on the Nodle icon, you're going to get into this here, and it gives you all the information that I just talked to you guys about, because it's good information, right? So Nodle, the heck is Nodle again? Remember, I did have a video, and I'll put a link to it here as well. I'll put a card for it. It's a crowdsourced decentralized IoT network. It's using your smartphone to mine. And I'm not talking about some, I don't even want to mention Pi's name, because it's, people, I'm going to get a crowd of people just hating on this video, but that's okay. It's got use, there's a use for this. It's not like you log in on your phone, you click a button every day. That's not what this is. Like, there's a real use for this application. There's a real reason to have this on your phone. And I can show you that in a minute. Like, even contact tracing. This is what contact tracing was, how it worked. It was basically Nodle. So keep that in mind. It's not just some fad. It's a real thing. And inside of here, you're going to see a couple of things that I want to highlight that I think are important for you guys to be aware of. Now, first, if you scroll down to the investors, This is a lot of people willing to put their money where their mouth is, saying that they believe in this project. Right? Like, to me, this says a lot. They are right now on a wait list. So if you click this little wait list button, I'll click it so you can see it. You can join the wait list, and it takes you to a little Google Doc, and you can put your information about your Polkadot wallet, what you're going to lock up and things. But it's real. Like, if you want to be part of this, you want to make sure that you're filling this stuff out. And there are some requirements, and I do want to cover that, the little requirements so that you don't miss out on those details. But it's here, it's happening, and I think that I'd be crazy not to get into this part of it. Now, it's tokens wise, so it gets a little bit convoluted if you don't really pay attention. But let me show you tokens. So if I go to tokens, they're gonna the primary token total supply is 21 billion. There, crowdsource reward 850 million. 4.5% of total supply. This might look like a little tiny number in comparison, but if you come over here, and actually I did highlight this, let me scroll down. So this is the Medium article about the Parachain auction. When you contribute by locking DOT during the Nodle crowd loan, you receive Nodle rewards from an allocated 850 million Nodle. That's 23% of the total Nodle treasury reserves, or 10% of, on the Nodle mainnet. Like, the circulating supply, this is a lot more than it seems like. It's things, Nodle still has to be mined. When they show you this number here, this is a total supply. This is how much Nodle there's ever going to be. So 4% might seem low, but for right now, that's a good amount. That's a pretty decent amount. So don't forget that when it comes to the token itself, it's not chump change. And Nodle did just have an update. If you guys aren't aware, that they did move some decimal periods over to make it a little bit easier. If you guys have the Nodle app that I told you guys about in that video, you'll see what I'm talking about, but it just makes life easier. And to me, that just means that it makes it more viable to be listed on an exchange. But that's just me. Like, that's not them saying that. Let me go over to that Parachain website that I was telling you about. So they do have more information here that the tokens are going to be vested over a duration of time. And here's how it works. 30% will be unlocked immediately when the Parachain launches. 70% is going to be vested over 2 years. Keep that in mind, 2 years, okay? I got something special for you in a little bit. There are extra rewards for early contributors and referrals. Oh, I didn't know this. I'm about to join this and create a referral link and get you guys that link. That'd be awesome. Getting rewarded for making a video. I didn't even think about that. That's cool. Oh, talking about videos, there are 3 videos here, and these videos are actually really cool. I highly recommend you guys watch all of them, and I'll go through them quickly, and I'll give you what it talks about. So, Misha is stinking awesome. He's like to the point. He's the CEO, founder of Nodle, and he talks about all of these amazing partnerships that they've created, and it's like nothing short of incredible. And I've talked to you guys about their background, how like stinking amazing these guys are, and the products they built in the past. So, and hey, if you know me, you know that if I can believe in the founders, if I can believe in the team, I'm all in. I don't even have to see the product. This one just happens to blow my mind when it comes to team's awesome. Product is stinking incredible. So it's a win-win. Next up, so the middle one here, this is Elliot. Elliot does all the blockchain stuff. He's the the chief blockchain officer, and he goes over the Parachain specific. So this is a good video if you guys want to understand how this works. How there's a minimum reward of 20 Nodle Cash for every DOT token that you lock up or you bond, as they say on the Parachain auctions. Lastly, this video here. This video here, which is this video here, there is some really cool stuff that I think a lot of people are missing. And I want you to listen to this. And I'll pause it to make sure you guys don't miss this really quick. But to me, it says a lot about the project. And I think everybody probably missed this. I'm going to leave a comment on this video as soon as this video is done, because I think there's a lot more to it than people realize. But take a listen to this little piece.
Our vision is to connect the next trillion things using Bluetooth and a giant crowd of smartphones powered by people like you. By using these smartphones to connect things to the internet, we can connect a small sensor for a price and a power level that's lower than ever before, making it easier to capture this data.
Okay, so he's about to say it, and I don't want you to miss it. I know that this guy on screen doesn't have hair or a beard, but he's got sideburns, which kind of threw me off. I was like, wait, what? And I got distracted. But listen to the next few words from Garrett.
We're starting with Bluetooth because it's already in billions of smartphones, and it's in tens of billions of IoT devices.
Cool. Don't get distracted by the awesome hair there either. But he just said that they're starting with Bluetooth because it's already in a bunch of devices. So billions of smartphones and tens of billions when it comes to IoT devices. But that's not the it. Like, oh, what? Did he actually just say that? To me, the piece that's interesting is that he said that they are starting with Bluetooth. So keep that in mind. Bluetooth could be just the start of Nodle and what it has to do, what it has to provide, because it could go even further than that. He's sitting doing an interview. You don't just sit do an interview and you got to be careful with your words when it's like probably he's reading off a teleprompter or whatever it is. Saying starting with Bluetooth, I mean, that leads me at least to believe that there is more to it than just Bluetooth. So that's where I'm at with the project. So I hopefully see more coming from it. Next portion on this website that I think is worthwhile you guys taking a look at is the FAQ section. It's pretty straightforward, and I would recommend you taking a look at it just because it explains like how to participate and amounts. So like that 5 dot minimum that they talked about, they list that on here. They explain how Nodal and Polkadot are not necessarily the same platform, but they're like it's a way for them to crowdfund. So it really does give a really good explanation about what this is all about. It's pretty awesome. Like, I'm really excited about this, but take a look at this image. And I promise you guys, I'll show you a cool image. This is Nodle's network daily active nodes, 24-hour period wise. You guys obviously can tell that it's a little map, right? And remember how the price of Nodle is blank? It's not even zero. It's just blank because it hasn't been assigned yet. This is incredible coverage. And people kind of miss this. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter if your phone is like 3 years old. You can still mine Nodle. If you have an old phone, turn it on, put Nodle on it, stick it in your car, and while you're driving around, you could be mining. A lot of people miss this point. Like, there needs to be easy entry points into crypto mining. And I think this is the best one I have ever seen. And I'm super excited to know that, hey, people in third world countries that, yeah, they have smartphones. They're crappy. They have smartphones. They can take advantage of this network and get into this now. Like, I love the fact that this exists. And here's the comparison that I wanted to make. So this is Nodle. This is Helium. Again, Helium, Nodle. And like, I don't care what you tell me that, Helium's reach is much further because antenna-wise, you're able to capture more, blah, blah. Yeah, I get that. But look at the coverage. The map speaks for itself. And the reason I bring this up is for you guys to see this number here. So this is a year view as far as price goes for Helium. Yeah, I mean, we hit that $50 mark. We're back down to 30. Everything is down. I'll talk to you guys about that in a second. But a year ago, Helium was trading at like nothing. I think it was 113 was the lowest. Let me see. I can actually scroll up here on the site and see what it was. If I can actually get scrolled. There we go. So here I can do 1 year. Yep. Yeah. $1.13. And now it's trading for $30. So it makes me really excited to see the potential behind this, that, a network with much less coverage can get to where they are at today. Yes, there are partnerships. There's a lot of things going on with Helium, but I'm really excited to see where Nodle is going to go. And I've covered, the MatchX M2 miner. Like, I covered a lot of those things because I love competition. I think that competition's it propels us forward. And I'll give a shout out. Who am I going to shout out? Let me think. Moto Tech, bro. Like, he is killing it on YouTube right now, and I love it. And there's two ways to look at it. Like, oh man, there's somebody else. There's another YouTuber out there doing well. I don't know where, what's Action Crypto gonna? No, I look at his videos and I'm like, yes, competition. Somebody doing something similar to what I'm doing, and he's good. That makes me want to do more, to be better, to give you guys more stuff, to bring you guys more information. That's what, it should be all about. It shouldn't be a matter, oh, it's competition. We need to make sure we do something to kill them. No, you don't destroy competition. You look at it and say, I can do it better. I need to step up my game. And that's what I see with projects like Nodle. It's not that I'm going to take down my Helium miners. No, it just means that I have another way to earn, that there's more opportunities for people to get into crypto. That's the way you should look at it. So let's talk about mining, right? Like it's point number 3, mining. Wrong button, but you should do that anyway since I clicked it. Mining is awesome on Nodle because anybody can do it, and I've mentioned that. But they also encourage app developers to go ahead and integrate Nodle onto their device, onto their platforms, onto their devices. And we've seen this with, smartphones in the past, where they basically release a smartphone, Exodus HTC, with Nodle on it. And this is where this here comes in. This is the world's first Nodle miner. It was made specifically to mine Nodle. That was the whole goal and purpose behind this product. This is actually a prototype, and it's currently open because I don't just believe people. I like to actually open things up and look inside and see how it works, see if it does have the capabilities that it says it has, and that does it work the way that it's supposed to. Fast Miners hooked me up with this and asked me, hey, take it apart, go take it on a joyride and see how it works for you. And it's really awesome. And I think there will be even more capabilities to go along with this device. But the fact that you can buy a Nodle miner soon, it's not up for sale yet. I think they're still manufacturing these things and putting it together. It's pretty awesome. Now, you don't have to do this. It's going to be more powerful than your smartphone, absolutely. But you can mine Nodle on your Android devices. You can mine Nodle on your, even if you have, a box that you use on your. I got to test on my Alexa, see if I can get it to do that. If I can get it, the SDK in there. But you can mine Nodle on a bunch of devices without having to buy it. The fact that this thing is coming to life is just like a bonus. To me, again, it's another reason why I think this project is going far, and it's like this is only the beginning. So remember, $1.13 for Helium a year ago. Nodle price unknown. So it's up for grabs what this thing is going to be, and you can't just buy Nodle right now. And I actually really like that. If you want Nodle, well, guess what? You can either put down some DOT for it, or you can go out and mine it. Just do a Nodle giveaway. That would be awesome. I should definitely do that. Yeah. I'm gonna reach out to the Nodle guys and see if we can make that happen. Because at the end of the day, this thing I think is gonna go super far. And I like the fact that we're able to get into projects early, and not only get into projects early, that this project is literally available to everybody. That it's free to start and free to earn. I just have super not only high hopes, but I'm really excited about their network. And with that, was this helpful? Did I earn that like button yet? The subscription? I got some awesome projects lined up. I actually have done interviews that I have not yet been, I haven't posted yet, but I will shortly. And you guys are going to be super, super excited to hear the things I have to say. Not me, like not my words, but this other person's. You guys are going to be like, ooh, cool. Maybe that's the next Helium Network. He actually said that during the interview. Go figure. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. If you like the video, share with somebody, Twitter, I don't know, LinkedIn. Hopefully this reaches people that, would otherwise not get into mining, and now can go on their little phone and look up Nodle Cash, and all of a sudden they're into crypto. Like mass adoption, it's here, it's happening. There's no holding it back. We'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. And we're back. Now, I put this little tweet out asking, I'm thinking of starting a raffle for the holidays. Cool thing. I just got hit up by some people, and I've been able to secure at least 2 IoT companies, one IoT company, one network company that's donating devices to get this raffle thing going. I am working on it diligently. I'm exhausted from everything else that I'm doing. I don't know if you guys hear in the background, like I'm still working on making sure that I have a space to, to actually record, to bring you guys more stuff. Like things are super, super awesome. And I got to do the giveaway from the last video, and that's what I'm about to do right now. Did I show you? I didn't show you this, man. I'm slacking today. I promise you. Like I need to step up my game. That's what happens when you go from construction to recording videos, but this video here, got to do that giveaway for this video. So let's go ahead and do a drawing. There's so much spam on this. Like I felt bad. Like literally my first comment was like, hey, I'm so sorry about the spam, because it was a lot. Like people just would not stop spamming. I spent probably a couple hours deleting spam off of that video. Let me just go ahead and pick the winner for this video. And you know what to do. Great video. Mike, you're awesome, dude. I appreciate the comment, but I want to know about what project you guys are into. It's going to take a while. I'm probably going to pick some random stuff. Yep. Look at that. That's spam. Spam, spam, spam. And that's going to be spam. Look at that. All right. Husamaki, head over to the Discord, open a ticket, and I will hook you up with your NFT, bro. Yeah, it's been super awesome hanging out with you. Oh wait, do I have anything else? Oh yeah. I mean, I was gonna like do the whole, hey, it's been awesome hanging out with you guys. I actually watched a video that I thought was actually interesting, and I thought about sharing it with all of you. Again, it has nothing to do with crypto necessarily, but everything to do with crypto. And it was a video from Veritas, and this is the video right here. What? There you go. So he's basically talking about why life seems to speed up as we age. And around the 4 minutes and 53 second part, he gave a perfect example that I think applies to crypto, specifically like today. It's about how scary experiences feel like they last a lot longer than they actually are. So he talks about how people are afraid of spiders, and they put them in front of a spider and they thought that they were there twice as long as they actually were. But when you're having fun, when you're having a good time, hopefully when you're watching this video, time just flies by, right? And if you guys correlate that to the markets, whenever it's like, I don't know if I want to put my money in, I don't know if I want to put my money in. Like when you're afraid of going into things, that time seems to take forever. But when things are going well, like, oh man, like with that bull run already ended, it felt so quick. And the next point was actually the cool part of it. He goes to explain that looking back at those moments that might have felt really quick, they feel much longer. They feel lengthier. So looking back when you're, I don't know, a good experience you had, like when you think about, oh yeah, those great times, blah, 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 like it feels longer. So that actually happens in the market. So people are way hesitant longer. But when they look back at times that they thought, oh man, that bull run was too quick, they're like, wait, that was a good time. It feels longer now than when I was in it. If that makes any sense at all, leave me a comment down below. And this is the question for the giveaway for this video. Does it feel like bull runs go way faster than, bear markets? Whenever you see, whenever it's going down, you're like, man, this is taking forever. Are we ever going to get out of this? But when you're in a bull run, it's like, oh, this is flying by. It's over already? What happened? So there you go. I'll leave you guys with that. It's been awesome. See you guys in the next video. Have a great one. Take care.